Hi guys, Justin here, welcome Farm 26, and it's orange. I like to know what I've got in there. So we're going to start this one by pulling the dipstick, and you can see, yeah, it's good clean oil. It's only got about 15 hours on it. We're going to try and use this, it's an L2 cleaner for the radishes. Alright, see you in a minute. Well, she's mouse infested, but we're going to see what happens. Oh, we're going to need a charger. And then the green one's got a little flat spot on the bottom, but so I had to air them up a couple times last year, and he actually had some air in him this spring when I come over here and took a look at stuff. But air him up, see what he does. If we can get him up, we're going to take him home. Yeah, and this one's going to be the same check oil, and we know it needs to be changed, but we're full. So we're not going to have an engine problem getting it home. And we're going to check hydraulic right here, and that's full. And this is my main combine. I'm going to kind of leave it a secret till later in the video what it is. But hook our battery up, and I think we can see if she's got, no, we're going to check one more oil. And that one's fine too. So yeah, let's see if this one fires up. Does need a tire though. So this one with the little John Deere emblem in it, we're gonna have to go home, but we got a tire that's slowly leaking air, so we're gonna make this a quick deal. All right, we'll catch you when we're back to the gleaner. So we're gonna try a second attempt. So on the Deere combine here, thought I'd bring you, and this is big drive tire. Under here, we got our little pipe plug, and I got them loosened up already. And what it is gear oil for your final drives, and out come a little slobber. So if you want to ask me how I know that you want to make sure and at least check these regularly, it's because I got a final drive in the back of pickup that I no longer drive, and yeah, you just don't find them every day, and when you do, they're not cheap. And we're same on the 3-speed, and there's a drop oil behind that one too. Yeah, it's down on your hands and knees, but you know, keeps you from unnecessarily buying stuff. So I finally, in this video, decided what way to go. We're going to focus our efforts on taking wheat out. I know it's kind of been a gleaner, Deere, you know, all over the place a little bit. But the deal there was I had to get 2 combines home, and you know, you got to do what you got to do to get both of them home. But anyways, so right here is your maintenance interval deal. And basically what it's telling you is to grease the reel every 50 hours. I grease it more than that. And then there's 2 on this side that got to get hit. 1 on that side, underneath, wobble drive or your sickle drive, and then your gearbox oil. And all I'm going to do on that gearbox oil is just put some in. It does have a slow leak, and I'm just going to put a quart in and call it good. Yeah, I know that's what it's going to take. One of these years it's actually going to overflow on me if it doesn't all leak out. So, to the reel. He's up there. I normally just give him a few shots every day, but we're going to give him 10 off the hop. It is easier doing it on the ground. But yeah, if you take this plate, he's just down and in. There's 10. Okay. What am I standing on? Pulley. That ain't no good to stand on. And then, can you guys see? So your sickle bar is just right there up in front, and I'm going to give him 10 because he didn't get any when he was put away. And then in here, it says there's 2 that I've never been able to find. And I've looked and I've looked and I've looked. The only one I do seem to find is this tensioner. The one that's behind, that they say is here as well, I couldn't tell you where it's at. He's just a couple shots, so. And on to the other side. So our chain here, and there's going to be some views on this that might not be 100% in coordinates, and yeah, I got to cut the top off. I'll be right back. All right, so our chain, and this is just a mixture of diesel fuel and motor oil. Just going to give him some love. Some people are probably going to say, oh, you got to use this, that, and the other oil, and I'll be honest with you. I mean, yeah, that other oil, it's all fine and dandy, fancy, great. For what I need, we're talking get the rollers wet, you know. And there's enough soybean fuzz there where that's just going to soak it right up. There you go. That's all I do with chains. I'm going to hit the one up here too. No, that one's gear. It's the old heads that have the chain. All right, well, on to the next side. So, not sure how well you can see it or not, but this round thing here is the gearbox, and it actually had decent pressure on it when I opened it up. So we're just going to add just a little bit. And that's plenty. It is already coming back at me. It doesn't have to be full. And it is full. Well, at least we know. Some guys pack them full of cornhead grease. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I haven't entertained that yet. Kind of like the idea of it, but yeah, I've cut beans when it's been froze out, and man, this is a system that was designed for oil. There, let the rest soak out. And you know, we're other than those 2 Zerks way under here, and we'll shorten you up. I'll start another one. Okay, under we go. And there is the two, and they're in these holes. One's right here. And the other one is, I gotta feel it first. Thought he was right here. Man, is it the other head? Yeah, there's nothing there on this one. Nothing you're gonna get in on. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure that that's about it. Other than we're gonna have to come back under here someday and replace some poly. Yeah, that's 925 ready to go. So for the last bit, we got this gearbox here we got to make sure some oil comes out of. We shouldn't need it right now because we're going to be running high speed in wheat, but we're going to check it anyway. That way when we get to beans, it's a matter of and he actually needs some oil. Let's look at this. Okay, yeah, he comes out, but he comes out late. So let me get some oil, some 80/90. And this is going to be the same deal. Just in she goes. I can see though I'm gonna have to change this oil next, end of season. Well, not coming out yet. Let's give it another shot. Okay, well, let's see how low it is. Okay, we're not quite to our, yeah, it's right there. I've got, actually, you know what, I think I'm gonna roll it up and just empty the rest of my jug in there, and we're gonna call it good. It's so close to being perfect on that there we go. It is, and we're talking really small differences here. It's either right at level or just under, depending on how the combine's actually sitting. It could be plus or minus just a skosh. But she's definitely not dry. But yeah, I think this end of this year, I think I'm going to do finals and transmit. I think I'm going to change them all. It's getting about due time, I think. And yeah, that's the way it is. You got equipment. I mean, yeah, it sucks buying expensive buckets of 80/90, but it keeps your stuff going. And what this actually is, it's a 2-speed for the separating cylinder. So on wheat, you run it in direct, that gearbox just kind of sits there. But in corn and beans, you actually slow it down. and that's how you get your proper separation. So we're down to our last few chains, and it's gonna be the same. I'm gonna throw you in a time lapse and we'll get them oiled. Well, we're getting closer. So I've got to take these little stub shafts off. I need them to run the corn head, and that's just 4 bolts on a side and they fall off. But we've got one more to go other than putting shields on and fixing that tire. And I'll be honest with you, I got a tire guy coming, and I'm kind of just waiting for the phone call that my tire's in. And other than greasing up a gravity box, we're getting close now. And you'll notice I didn't really take a grease gun to this combine, and there's a good reason for it. So last fall, before I put it away, I give it a power wash. Or actually, I blowed it down and then give it a power wash. And so I got a bit of, it's dry out, and there's a lot of dust in the air, and I think the smoke, I've starting to get a little bit of respiratory plug up, you know. Not that I'm feeling sick or bad or anything, but there. Get rid of this guy. Get our nut back. Our head actually drives off of these, so put him together. And we're going to do the same on the other side. But we're also going to go do the last job. So yeah, we're up on top, and I'm going to throw you in a time lapse. We're going to open up this hopper. So we're done with the combine, and I just thought I'd let you in on the one place where most guys screw the pooch, and that's these front ends of these running gears. You got to at least grease them once a year, and so we're going to do that. And this is literally how long it takes. And if you don't do it, you're going to end up with sloppy running gear. And we're going to get the joints as well. Okay. I should have got those two from the front. Maybe I will. Or the tie rods here. All right, now that's not hard. But you'd be surprised how many running gear don't go down the road because they don't get greased. And the last tie rod, it's kind of in under there, but it's not that bad. And actually, these Demco running gear are pretty nice. They let you in, and it's not that big a deal. I wouldn't have had to actually go on the ground. I forgot you could get those two from the front. I don't hit them all that often. If I'm pulling in the wintertime, I'll hit them a lot more, but that'll be good throughout harvest. Other than checking tires once in a while, and I already did that. These are plenty full. Another one to get. It just helps you, your hand crank. There, we're ready to rock. The rest has been done. I try to do a lot out of season, and I don't get everything, but yeah, we're ready to go cut some wheat as soon as the tire gets in. And here it is, 9500 John Deere, and this green combine here, it's the only green one I got. You will probably end up seeing the most of it, you know, throughout everything. I kind of wanted to do wheat and radishes with the gleaners this year, just to put a little bit of time on them. I think it's just going to end up, well, I know it's going to end up, we're going to take the wheat out. The wheat's short. I'm going to have to flex it to get any straw at all. And yeah, it's just what we're going to have to do. So here's our machine. Well, I hope you guys kind of enjoyed the whole getting it ready. I know I cut it short, but last fall when I cleaned it up and put it away, I did grease it right before I put it away, other than what I've done now. And yeah. Well, with that, I think I'm going to let you go. Tell you thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do your thing. And we'll catch you next time.